Product of two consecutive integers is 42. Find the integers. The first step is to set up our variables. We have n as our first integer, and n plus 1 is our second integer. And then I go back to my sentence, and product of two consecutive integers means to multiply. So I'm taking n times n plus 1, setting that equal to 42. I'm going to distribute, which gives me n squared plus n equals 42. Then I will subtract 42 from both sides. That gives me n squared plus n minus 42 equals 0. So I'm looking for two things that when I multiply together give me negative 42. When I add them together, it gives me 1. And so I think that is 7 times 6, where the 6 is negative. So this is going to factor into n plus 7 times n minus 6 equals 0. Now I'm going to set each linear factor equal to 0 and solve. So n plus 7 equals 0. I subtract 7 from both sides. N ends up being negative 7 with the other one. I'm going to add 6 to both sides. N ends up being 6. And then n plus 1 over here would be negative 6. N plus 1 over here would be 7. And so in this particular case, we need to check those and make sure that they both work. We're going to check this on the next page. The product of two consecutive integers is 42. We have negative 7 and negative 6, which does give us 42. We also have 6 and 7, which gives us 42. So either one of these solutions is acceptable for you to enter into HAWX. The one thing you need to be very careful of is when I came back here to this screen and I have here n is the smaller number, n plus 1 is the larger number, make sure that you realize that negative 7 is the smaller number and negative 6 is the larger number if you choose to use the negative solutions.